Okay guys, so what I'm gonna do now is the next tutorial from Amazon Web Services getting started, which is a front-end developer. Build full stack React, iOS, Android and full Flutter applications. Um, it opened in a new tab, which is exactly what I wanted. Learning path. Front-end developer. What is a front-end developer? As a front-end or mobile developer, you build feature-rich web and mobile applications. You use popular front-end web or mobile frameworks, including React, React Native, Vue, Angular, I, uh, Iconic, Iconic, Ionic, or iOS, Android. Maybe Iconic also exists, but Ionic also exists. Ionic was based on Angular, but that's another story, so I'm not gonna go deep into this rabbit hole. So iOS, Android to build the presentation layer of your application. For example, the layout, the positioning of the text and images, colors, fonts, buttons, etc. You also work with backend APIs and services to add interactivity to your web or mobile application. Using Amplify, you can use your existing front-end skill set to add cloud functionality into your application, such as auth, data, analytics, push notifications, and more. What we will learn: host web or mobile application, build and host a web or mobile application on Amazon Web Services Global Content Delivery Network, CDN. That's good. Add authentication. Add authentication to your application to enable sign in and sign out. Add database and storage. Add the GraphQL API database and storage solution to your application. Get started. This tutorial will teach you how to deploy a web or mobile application with user authentication and database and storage in under an hour. Choose your preferred framework below. I'm gonna start with React. Okay, so we are gonna build a web application right now. We'll build a full stack React application. Host React application, initialize local application, add authentication, add API and database, add storage. Okay, introduction. Build a full stack React application. Follow step-by-step instructions to build your first React application. Overview. In this tutorial, you will create a simple full stack web application using Amazon Web Services Amplify, a set of tools and services, including a web hosting service. In the first module, you will build and host a React application on Amazon Web Services. Through the remaining 4 modules, you will initialize a local app using the CLI, command line interface, add authentication, add the GraphQL API and database, and update your application to store images. What you will learn: this tutorial will walk you through the steps to create a simple web application discussed above. You will learn hosting. Build a host React application on Amazon Web Services Global Content Delivery Network. Authentication. Add out to your app to enable sign in and sign out. Database and storage. Add the GraphQL API database and storage solution. Wow, great. Modules. This tutorial is divided into 5 short modules. You must complete each module in order before moving on to the next one. Deploy and host a React application, 10 minutes. Create a React application and deploy and host through Amazon Web Services Amplify. Initialize a local app, 5 minutes. Initialize a local app using Amazon Web Services Amplify. Add authentication, 10 minutes. Add authentication out to your application. Add GraphQL API and database, 15 minutes. Create a GraphQL API. Add the ability to store images, 10 minutes. Add storage to your application. You will be building this React application using the command prompt terminal, test editor, and Amazon Web Services web console. Okay, let's start with the first module. So this module is a part of the Build a Full Stack React application. Introduction. Amazon Web Services Amplify provides a Git-based CLI/CD workflow for building, deploying, and hosting single-page web applications or static sites with serverless backend. Upon connecting to a Git repository, Amplify determines the build settings for both the front-end framework and any serverless backend resources configured with the Amplify CLI and automatically deploys updates with every code commit. That's great. So you have the front end and the back end described in a separate files, probably metadata. In this module, we will begin by creating a new React application and push it to a GitHub repository. Then we will connect the repository to Amazon Web Services Amplify. This page just explains Amplify again, so I'm gonna keep it open. Web hosting and deployed to a globally available content delivery network, CDN hosted, on an amplifyapp domain. Next, we will demonstrate continuous deployment capabilities by making changes to the React application and push a new version to the master branch, which will automatically kick off a new deployment. What you will learn: create a React application, initialize a GitHub repository, deploy your application with Amazon Web Services Amplify, implementing code changes and redeploying your application. Key concept: React application. React is a web application framework that enables developers to quickly perform single-page application using JavaScript. So it's a web application framework. Git, a version control system that allows developers to store files as well as maintain and update relationships between files and directories, versions, and changes to the files. Implementation. So let's start with this. The easiest way to create React application is by using the command create React application. Install this package using the following command in your command prompt or terminal. First of all, I don't want to clutter my computer right now with a lot of different environments, so I'm going to use a Docker container. So this tutorial is with little twist towards Docker containers. So I'm going to use my PowerShell, navigate to projects. By the way, I already have in in React such application. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to trash again, ls, and I'm gonna put this application in Amazon Web Services. ls full stack, so amplifyapp. Okay, so what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna create make there ls amplify app. Okay, but I'm gonna use a Docker container, and let me just pause for a second and I'm gonna show you the command. Okay, so I found actually the comments and I know what problem I could face. So here it is, the comment: Docker run in interactive mode as a daemon. The name of the container will be Amplify application, and I'm exposing port 3000 because the standard React application actually runs on this port. And I'm gonna expose as well port 4242 because down the line we may have problems with authentication. And I'm gonna right now projects React Amplify. I'm gonna do here bind mount, not a volume mount, but bind mount I'm gonna mount to the container a folder in which I'm planning to create the application. So change directory, what was it? Amplify. So this is the folder which I'm gonna mount to the container. So it's gonna become something like that. The projects trash Amazon Web Service amplify user. Okay, so let's run this Docker container. Let me first make sure that I have Docker containers here running. Docker PS. What? Okay, so Docker stop bind. I have a lot of containers. So let me stop this. Docker PS -all. Okay, and let me run right now. Clear. Let me run this command, which is docker run -itd name amplify app -p 3042 vd project trash amplify app, and pray to God that everything is gonna work. Also, working directory is gonna be up, and I'm downloading the latest version of Node. Okay, so let's see what happens now. So docker ps should be running. Yeah, it runs and exposes ports 4242 to 4242 TCP and amplify app. Okay. Now I can connect to this running container. And I'm ready to go. Actually, docker exec -it. I want to connect to amplifyapp bin bash. I'm gonna copy this as well. I'm gonna copy all of this, maybe put it under the description of the video. Okay, and let me see now. I'm in pvd. Who am I? ls -al. Everything works. I'm in user source application. Now I can run the commands which they ask us to run here. npm npx create react application amplify app. Since I don't please create react application, I don't need to mention the folder since I'm already inside of this folder. So this is what I'm gonna do. Copy this, npx execute create react application into this folder. Okay, to proceed, let me show you the folder. Come on. Let me show you the folder and show you that it's empty. Projects, trash. Inside I have AWS. Yeah, I have amplify. You'll see now how this folder is gonna be filled with elements. So create react application, and it started creating. This folder is empty. Okay, we'll come back to this folder. What? To see all options, new minor version npm available, error, user source of command failed, shows a complete lock, root npm logs, blah 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 blah, debug log. Please specify the project directory. Okay. User command failed. Let me think what the problem could be, and I will be back soon. Okay, so let me put actually the folder npx create react application user source application, and let's see what happens. Now it's better. Now it looks much better. You always have to mention the path for building the application, obviously. So let me take a look now. So package.json has been created, yarn block has been created. This is the new dependency manager in Node.js. Okay, so we're waiting here. Application soon will be created, and if we follow we don't have to change the directory there. npm start or yarn start is gonna work. Okay, so I'm gonna pause and resume when that's done. I just want to mention that all these React application, JavaScript applications are brutal for the hard drive. I don't know what they do, but it's just crazy. There are thousands of files which needs to be downloaded and installed. It's brutal for the hard drive. All these small files which needs to be installed. Okay, it seems to me it's almost done. Step 4 of 4, waiting again. Done 280 seconds. It's doing something again. Hopefully it's gonna be faster. Then version 1.22.5. Wow. Again, we have to wait again, but this time it's happening a little bit faster. Let me take a look. The folder is already full with whatever is necessary for one React application. Yeah, remove now. It starts removing. Crazy amount of things. Readme MD. We have git. We have git ignore. So the minor version of npm available 7.11.1. Happy hacking. Yeah. See what it says. Yarn start. Change directory to user source. I'm already there. I just have to run yarn start and everything will work. Success. Created application. Okay, inside that directory you can run several commands. Yarn start starts the development server. Yarn build builds up into static files for production. Yarn test start the test runner. Yarn inject removes this tool and copies build dependencies, configuration files, and scripts into the application directory. If you do this, you can go back. We suggest that you begin typing. Okay, I'm gonna copy this up to here and just put it somewhere here down. And that's it. Let me copy this command as well because it's quite important. Without mentioning the path for the application to be created, we got problems. And after that we'll continue with the steps from the tutorial. Yarn start is gonna start the application into this folder, into this, what I was about to do. Yarn start. Run, start, whatever it is. .NET run, start. This one is start, yarn start. So it should listen on port 3000. and I should be able on my local host to access the application. React script start. Okay. Now I have to log into my GitHub account and create a repository there. I have done this already for the very same application, so I have to name it differently. I will do that very soon. I'm just waiting for starting development server just to make sure that this React application runs smoothly. So import 3000 on your network. I will try both just to make sure that everything works. I'm gonna close this. I don't need it. Localhost. And as I said, I'm gonna try both because later on, oops. Yeah, this is in my Docker network, the address, which is not accessible from outside world. Let me try something else. I was thinking about 17001, which is the loopback. Yeah, it works perfect. Okay, I'm happy. So we'll see now what else do we have to do here. Initialize GitHub repository, create your GitHub repository. My amplifyapp, I'm gonna call it slightly different. Add git commit, blah 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 blah. Okay, so let me go to github.com. My amplifyapp, I already have created such application, so I'm gonna create with the almost same name. New repository. I'm gonna call it, what was the suggested name? In this step, you will create a GitHub repository and commit your code to the repository. You will need a GitHub account to complete this step. If you don't have sign up here, create a Git repository, blah 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 blah. Initialize the Git, push the application to new Git repository, init in commit origin master repo name Git. Command to your command line. Okay, how do I have to name this application? Amplify console CI CD demo. Okay. What was amplify app? Yeah, I know this application already exists. Amplify app. Gonna call it React. Okay, and I'm gonna put here the URL. I don't like that. Amplify console CI/CD demo. Amplify console CI/CD demo. Okay, public. README, I don't need that. Create repository. Let me take a look here. ISO.get, I can swear. ISO.get, it's removed right now for some reason. But we have git ignore, which is a good news. Let me take a look at this git ignore file. I'm gonna open my Visual Studio Code into this folder. Dependency, of course, not modules, PnP, blah blah. I'm not gonna look at further. Not modules, public source. Here it is, my application. Let me go back. Start another terminal. Navigate to projects, to trash, Amazon Web Services, amplify as far as I remember, ls, and here I'm gonna say code. Open it. Not modules, public source. It's a standard React application, so I'm not gonna dig deep into this. Now let's put it. Echo amplify React readme. I don't want to do this. Git init. Git status. It's gonna say that it's not a Git repository. git init, okay, git add, git commit, git add everything, git add, git commit. Okay, so now git commit, my first commit or initial commit, branch minus m, and I'm gonna remote out origin, blah 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 blah, branch minus main, git push origin. Okay, so let me commit initial commit, first commit. Okay, let let it be first commit. Git branch minus m main, git branch origin master, git branch minus m main, whatever that means. Okay, I haven't seen this command so recently. So okay, so git remote minus v. Okay, and I'm gonna do push. Now I'm gonna push it. My credentials already inserted, so git status. Okay, now if I refresh this page, I'll see my application here. Let's read the rest. Be initialized, that's it. Log into Amazon Management Console. Amazon Management Console. Okay, now we have to search for Amplify, I believe, in the new browser window, so you can keep this step-by-step guide open. When the screen loads, enter username and password to get started, then type Amplify in the name. Okay, let me make sure that I'm on Oregon. I'm in Oregon. I'm gonna type Amplify. I'm gonna go to Amplify. Now what we're gonna do is enter username, password, get start, amplify in the search bar and select AWS amplify to open the service console. I've done it. In this step, you connect the GitHub repository you just created to Amazon Web Services Amplify service. This will enable you to build, deploy, and host your application. In the Amazon Amplify service console, select Get Started on the deploy. Okay. Get started. Create an application backend. Now this is something else. We need to host it. Again, let me just make sure. Amplify service console, get started. On the deploy, get started. Deploy. Develop. Deploy. Select GitHub. We're selecting GitHub. Continue. Probably is going to show me a consent screen or something. Select the repository. It's going to show me all my repositories, and I'm choosing my recent repository. Branch, select a branch from your repository, branch main. Okay, select GitHub as repository service and select continue. Authenticate with GitHub and return to the Amplify console. Choose the repository and master branch you created earlier, then select next. Here is written master, but I see here main. Oh, come on. This is because of the Black Lives Matters. Now the master is renamed to main. Okay, whatever. I find this stupid. It has nothing to do with the master-slave relationships in the life of the people, but whatever. Authentication with help and return to the Amplify console, blah 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 blah. Accept the default build settings, next, next, next. and we are done. Okay, so now main. Let me check just that. Oh my god. Git branch -v. Look at this. It's called main. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I used to work master without having anything in my mind. Okay, so it's stupid, but whatever it is. So main, next, amplify react. I'm gonna say, let me look at this. Version 1 frontend phases, pre-built commands, yarn install, build commands, yarn run build, artifacts, base directory build, files, all the files, cache path, node modules. I'm not gonna edit that. Advanced settings, what do we have here? Build image, use of default key, blah 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 blah, app package version, all right. Save and deploy, and we are done. Review the final save and deploy. And now we are gonna see how it's gonna be saved and deployed. So this is automation. This is the CI/CD pipeline. We just build it. If I push into main something, so I have to say push origin main instead of push origin master. That's ridiculous. Whatever it is. So it's provisioning right now, builds and deployed version. Okay. Once the build completes, select the thumbnail to see your web app up and running live. Automatically deploy code changes. We will make changes and we will deploy it to see the CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so that's a good news. The provisioning has finished. Now we're building. The application will be deployed and verified. GitHub main instead of master. Christ. That's ridiculous. To rename the master branch to main. And I'm not even talking about the master has much better meaning right now, but whatever. The people create sometimes stupid things. Whatever. I'm gonna pause and resume when the application has been built. Let me go here and look at what's going on. So docker ps, my docker container is running at the port 3042 or open. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so the application has been deployed. Main dot blah 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 my outcome. Okay, it has been verified, so let me open this, make sure everything works. Here we go, the application works. I'm very happy. Now we have to make some changes and make sure that if we push to main, it's gonna be built again. So in this step, you'll make some changes to the code using your text editor and push the changes to the master branch of your application. Edit source app JSON, so it shows something like that. Image. Let me look at application JavaScript. Here it is. Learn React. Header. Class name of header. Div class name application. So it is inside of the header, but I'm gonna put it here. Hello from version 2. Okay, the change has been made, and the plugin for Git actually shows me the changes. I can state changes, I can do a lot of things, but I prefer to do this manually on the console. So git status. We have seen that this has been changed. Let me look at my local copy here. Hello from version 2. This is how it's gonna look. Right now it looks like that on the Amazon Web Services, and I want the application to look like that. So what I'm gonna do now is git add, git commit -m version 2. Let me see if there are instructions or something. Git add, git commit changes for version 2. Okay, that's fine. Copy. I'm gonna follow the tutorial as much as possible. This is how I am. And I'm gonna do git push my origin main. Git status. It tells me that your branch is ahead of origin main by 1 commit. Git push origin main. Git push origin main. And we will go back here, and you can see how it changed automatically. So Amazon Web Services Amplify has been notified, and it goes again through the process of provisioning, building, deploying, verifying, and we'll refresh the application when everything is done. Let me pause recording and I'll continue when it actually is not gonna take that long, so let me show you how it looks. Okay, so you can fast forward always with the arrow keys. Hit right arrow key so you don't have to watch this. Okay, I'm gonna pause and resume when. Okay, the application has been built. Let me refresh and see that it's identical with my local copy. Here it is, my local copy on 127.0.0.1 port 3000, and here we go. We have it in the URL given by Amplify. We even have HTTPS. Let me look at the certificate. Just crazy. Until May 24th. Mamma mia. Okay, so that's fine. Great. Let me continue reading. Once the build is complete, select the thumbnail on the Amazon Web Services Amplify console to view your application update. Conclusion. You have deployed a React application in Amazon Web Services Cloud by integrating with GitHub and using Amazon Web Services Amplify with AWS Amplify. You can continuously deploy your application in the cloud and host it on a global available CDN. Next, we will create a local version of the application to continue development and add new features. Okay.